Kaumodaki Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mataji, are you on mute? Hare Krishna Mataji. Kaumodaki Mataji, are you there? Yeah. Anyone else is able to hear me?
Yes, Mataji, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Because she logged in sometime back. I'm sure she's there. You can call her. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I put in mute, I couldn't hear. Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada and all the devotees who have taken their time out of celebration of the Diwali. So thank you very much. And I'd like to purify myself by speaking something. So today is the Diwali, which is the end of the year in India. Like in a different, we have so many different calendars, but I don't know about other places. But in Gujarat, I was born in Gujarat, so I know about that. That we have the Diwali on the end of it is Ashur, Ashwin Maina. The month is Ashwin, and last day is called Amavasya, dark moon night. So this is the day there was a celebration. As a childhood, I just observed all these things, but I did not know anything. What was it? What is the significance of it? But for me, I was just have a nice dress and nice food, everything nice. And also so many people, you just be in this like a festival. It's a festival, so just enjoy it. That's what I was doing. But as I grew up, so then I can understand. And now coming into Krishna consciousness, at least in the, not Krishna consciousness, but the devotee who are in Krishna consciousness. So then I can understand a little bit about it. So then I'll just share this, whatever I have understood. Thank you very much to all of you for giving me this chance. And Hare Krishna. First I will just do the Mangalacharan. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmanitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manopistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sva Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamam Shri Guru Vishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Dalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarupyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavya Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As I mentioned, Namam Vishwapadaya Krishna Prasad Bhutareshmare Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswat Devi Guruvan Pacharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshadharini Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavani Vaishnavya Namo Namah. As I was saying that how in the beginning was like this, now in communal association of the nice advanced devotees. So Diwali we were celebrating here at the end of the year, and it's dark moon night. But I understood that in the Ramayana we hear that how Lord Ramchandra, Krishna has appeared as Lord Ramchandra, and his brothers Lakshmana, Bharat and Shatrughna, and they were all very nicely enjoying with family members. And after their marriage, and they spent some few years together, everybody together. Then as Dasharatha Maharaj became, his body, he noticed that now he's becoming old, he got the gray hair. So he wanted to rid himself from the duty of the administration. He was a king, so he wanted to install his son, eldest son, Ramachandra, Lord Ramachandra, to be the next successor, the king. So when this happened, like we have heard from the Prithvilasini Mataji, she narrated the Ramayana very nicely. So then it was announced throughout the whole Ayodhya, and also this gradually news spreads all over. So then everybody was happy, but there was except one person who was a maidservant of Queen Kaikeyi. Her name is Mantra. It is also Daiva Netrana. It's also arrangement by the Daiva. And the Daiva is under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But still, he acts as he has taken the appearance among the human society, so he's acting as a human. Anyway, so then when King Kaikeyi is there, and then when Mantra goes to her after hearing this news, and she's so upset, she's angry also, and she wants to take a revenge against Lord Ramchandra. So when she goes there, then Kaikeyi had heard news beforehand, before Mantra goes, so she was very happy that, my son Ram is going to be king. He's going to be installed as a king. In the beginning, it's a Yuvraj, and then Yuvraj usually becomes a king. So she was very happy, and then when she sees Mantra, she's very happy to say, "Oh, Mantra, where were you? You came just now. Please come and take this gift. My son Ram, he's going to be coronated as a Yuvraj, as a king for this." But then Mantra, everybody knows that Ramayana, so I'll just say a little bit of it. Then Mantra becomes very annoyed, and she reprimands, or kind of, she becomes angry and just says, chastises Kaikeyi. I guess she has taken from the beginning, when she was born, she was raised under her protection, caretaker. She was a caretaker. So As like a motherly affection, she was saying that, oh, you don't understand. You are a fool because your son is not becoming king. Ram is becoming king. It's Kausalya's son, not your son. And like that. So she's tried to, and she was succeeded to change Kaike's mind toward, toward her own son and against Ram. So then it happens that Kaike had 2 boons has to be taken from Dattath Maharaj, and she asked for these 2 boons. And one is to install Bharat as a king of Ayodhya, and Lord Ramachandra should be banished to forest for 14 years. So then when they were living happily, Ramachandra, he didn't mind, he knew everything, but still, as just a sober person, he just accepted everything and went. Now he was going. Actually, Lakshman was kind of irritated, but he just followed Lord Ramachandra. And Sita Devi also followed Lord Ramachandra. And they all went to forest. So they settled in the Dandakaranya, in a Panchavati they were there, which is in the Dandakaranya forest. So then they were living happily. 13 years has already passed now. And then 14th year, Surpanakha, she comes and she sees Lord Ramachandra becomes attracted. She becomes attracted to Lord Ramachandra and she wants to marry him and have a relationship with him. But the Lord Ramachandra has taken one patnivrat, ekapatnivrat, means only one wife. He has taken the vow of one wife. So Sita Devi, he is already his wife, so he's not going to take any other. Anyway, so then he say, so she becomes upset. But then Lord Ramachandra said, go to Lakshman. His wife is not there, so he can go. But then Lakshman points to Ram again, and like that it just goes on. And so then Surpanakha realized that they are making fun of me. So she said, okay, because of this Sita, I'm being criticized, made fun of, butt of snow, and butt of joke. So she rushes to say, okay, I'll eat her up and then I'll marry by force. But then Lakshmana intervenes and chops up her nose. And so she becomes so like very, she's screaming, and then she says, well, I'll take revenge, and then she goes to Ravan. First she goes to those 2 brothers of her that they were there in that forest. But then they are also killed with all those soldiers, Rakshasa soldiers. So then she goes to Ravan, and then in his darbar, in his hall, then she assembly hall. So then she just put crying and all that, and then she convinced Ravan that she's so beautiful that only you deserve her. But then these are those brothers, they cut my nose, made me kurup, but then you should get her. So now Ravan goes with his uncle Marish to the forest, and he disguised himself as an ascetic, and he tried, then Sita Devi, first Marish becomes a golden deer, and then Sita saw and she wants him, the deer, so Lord Ramachandra goes after. So here now is Sita Devi, and then Lakshman is outside. So then he also, then Ravan, when Ram kills that deer, who is a Marish, who is a demon, he says, Sita, Lakshman. So then Sita becomes so much afraid and worried about Lord Ramachandra, so she sends Lakshman to help him. So anyway, so that's what happened. And here Ravan comes and kidnaps her, and then takes her to Lanka. So now this is all happened. So now here, they come back, Ram and Lakshman, they don't find Sita. So then they're looking for, they've made a friendship with one of King Sugriva. And Lord Ramchandra kills Vali, who is brother of Sugriva, and very inimical. I mean, he wanted to kill Sugriva, but the Sugriva, and then Sugriva kills Vali with the help of Ramchandra, Lord Ramchandra, and then Sugriva afterwards sends all the monkey soldiers throughout the universe to find Sita Devi. And then Hanuman has gone south. Everybody had come back without any news of her. Then from the south, Hanuman and his Angad and Jambavan and all those devotees has gone there. And from there, there's a Sampati was there. And then he has a very, he has a Gita, what do you call him, vulture. And they have their eyesight is very, very fixed, very fine. So they can, observe many miles away, they can see where the corpse is. And then he sees where Sita Devi is. He knew that there was this Ravan is going with some woman he's kidnapping and like that, because he was on the top of that mountain, so he could see. So now he understands from all the Hanuman and Angad and all this, they are Jambavan, they are talking about, and they said that that's the Sita Devi. So he just says, okay, I'll help you, I'll see and find out whether she is there. Then he sees, and then he says, yes, she's there under the Ashoka Vriksha tree, Ashoka Vriksha. So then here, before that happens, that they are discussing about themselves, that we are here, but then we haven't done anything for the Lord Ramchandra. So, see, the Jatayu is the greater, who has given up his life to protect Sita Devi. So like that conversation, Sampati heard, and so then he also reciprocates by this. Anyway, Hanumanji is chosen to go, and Hanumanji goes, and he meets Sita Devi, gives a message of Ramachandra, and then burns the Lanka and comes back, and then goes to Lord Ramachandra with the news of Sita Devi. And then the army comes, and then there's a fight going on. All the soldiers, they are on the Rakshasa side, whoever came, all to fight, they all killed. This Ram's army also some killed. But anyway, finally Ravan is killed by the help of Vibhishan, who is Ravan's brother. So he knew how to, because Ravan has, banished him. So he was with he came to the shelter of Lord Ramchandra. So then by the help of Vibhishan, Ramchandra kills Ravan. So then after that, they all get together and then they go to Ayodhya. So this is the day, Diwali day. They arrive. The news came that Lord Sita, Ram, Lakshman, they are coming back. So then everybody were very waiting. They were flying in Pushpak Viman, which is, according to the need, becomes bigger or smaller like that. So they were at the Guha place, who was a friend in the school of Lord Ramachandra. So anyway, so they are there. So then from there the news sent that Ramachandra is coming. So everybody were like this. Before there was just like a ghost house, There's nobody. There are people, but they are just like a ghostly creatures, and they are just mechanically doing. There was no ullas, there was no happiness in their life, because Lord Ramchandra had gone, so they were all suffering in the separation. So when they heard the news, then everybody just celebrated, becoming in festive mood. They like to, because it's Amavasya, so it's a dark moon night. So there is no darkness. I mean, there is darkness, so there's no light. So they celebrate, light so many lamps all over, this is like very everywhere. So that's what we are also celebrating every time, every end of the year, all over India, and wherever the Indian residents are staying, they are also celebrating one way or the other. So then they were very happy in that mood. So welcoming Lord Ramachandra to Ayodhya, which is the heart of all the devotees. The Ayodhya is the heart of all the devotees there. And because Ramachandra was not there, so they were all very happy. Their heart was like, there was so much anxiety and suffering, very much separation from the Lord Ramachandra as the Ramachandra is coming. So then they all become their heart, the whole Ayodhya-vasis, they become very jubilant. This life came back. And so that's why they are enthusiastic in receiving Lord Ramachandra, who is already in their hearts, but he is also manifesting outside, so welcoming to their hearts, and just make Lord Ramachandra happy. So that's why they are all doing celebration. So we are also doing, in a devotee community, they're also celebrating. And with all this enthusiastic and all this festival just goes on from the Treta Yuga. There are so many other festivals as well, but this is particularly one I'm talking about, Diwali. So then in Vrindavan also, everybody celebrates Diwali. There was so light, lamp, and so many nice. When you go to the bazaar and see those confectioners, there's a meat shop, sweet meat, like a mithai, sweets shop. They make so many varieties of sweets, and so many different colors and different shapes, and so many. Because this is Diwali, so then there was shopkeepers are selling, and people are buying, and they're sharing it to all the visitors who come there at their house and like that. And everybody just in a festive mood. Like we are also become festive, in a festive mood for the Lord's, when Lord is coming. So please, Lord, reside, and so then we can and purify our heart, because you are the one who can do the purification. This is a menial task, but Lord so kind upon us. So then He does it. He cleans as we try to celebrate and glorify Him. So He cleans our heart. So they in Vrindavan also they were doing this. And 5,000 years so many years later, in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna has appeared in Vrindavan, in Nanda Maharaja's house, to Yashoda Maya. So here, Krishna was born on Janmashtami. We have already just passed that celebration, but we can do it every year, it's just come again and again, the birth ceremony. Anniversary of birth. Not the birth, but appearance there. So then here also Krishna appears to Yashoda and Nanda Baba as their son. And there are so many pastimes we have heard already about that he was only 6 days old. Only 6 days. And Kamsa has found out about it. That's one he's supposed to be killing Kamsa, this boy. So he sends Putana, and Putana comes, and she tries to poison the child, like that. So everybody knows all this pastime. But at 6 days old, but he just sucks out the milk and poison. He sucks out poison with milk. And with that, he also sucks out the life air of Putana. so Putana is dead. So from the beginning, we see that Lord doesn't matter what size or what form He appears. Is completely transcendental and fully Supreme Personality of Godhead, fully potent. All opulences are there. So then, like that, he was performing so many pastimes. And there was, by the curse of Narada Muni, the two sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nalakuva. They were there in Nanda Maharaj's courtyard. They were two twin brothers standing as a tree, I forgot the Ashoka tree. Anyway, those trees. So then Narada has also given, when he gave curse to them, they surrendered to Lord Narada Muni. So then say, okay, when Krishna comes, then he will deliver him. So now this is Narada Muni's words. So then God has to do this, deliver them. So he does this mischief, breaking the butter part, the part that Mother Jasoda was churning to get the butter for Krishna. Everything for Krishna. All the activities, singing or doing something or whatever activities Mother Jasoda does, everything. She's personified Krishna in a way that she's always Krishna's conscious, always serving Krishna. So then she was doing, and then Krishna was sleeping. He was about 2 or 2.5 years old, something like that. From Savan to Bhadarva, so the only 2. Anyway, he was about almost 2 years old. He's 2 years and then a few months more. Anyway, so then he wakes up because when Mother Jasoda was turning, she was also glorifying Krishna. Singing the song of Krishna, what he did, all this is different type like that. So then, hearing this, Krishna woke up, and she comes, and then he wants to drink milk from Mother Yashoda. The Mother Yashoda takes her on her lap, and then to try to feed him. But then she remembers that she had put the milk for Krishna on a stove, so then she puts Krishna down, goes in, and then milk was already boiling over. So she takes her out and then comes back. In the meantime, Krishna just takes a stone. He was upset. He was not satisfied yet. He means his hunger was not satisfied. That's what, because it's a love, mother's love. Who can be satisfied with it? So then he takes a stone and breaks apart. So then he just takes some, and then he just goes into the storage where all the butter is hanged. So he just he climbs on that grinding mortar, and get those pots, and then sharing the butter to the monkeys, feeding the monkeys. And this is also in a significance, like that when all the monkeys help him, when as a Ramachandra to conquer Ravana, he became all his army. They were all vanas and bears. So he said, okay, that time he said, I couldn't do anything. Now I'm giving you. So then he was just giving butter to him. Monkeys are already fed completely. They cannot take anymore. Then here Mother Jasoda comes, and then she sees this broken pot, and then she sees the footprints of Krishna, because all the yogurt and everything was on the floor. So Krishna walked through it. So then all the footprints are there. So she follows to that storeroom, and she sees that Krishna is distributing butter to the monkeys, feeding monkeys. But then so she got a stick on her hand, and then she goes. But then Krishna, he just sees that Mother Jasoda comes with a stick to chastise him. So he jumps over, and then he just starts running, and then Mother Jasoda is running after him. He's just all around running. And finally, with a greater speed, Mother Jasoda catches him. And then she says she wants to bind him. But he said, you are feeding all these monkeys. And then so you're acting like a monkey. So you should go and stay with the monkeys. But then he said, okay, if you want me to stay with the monkey, I will go there and stay with the monkeys. But then Mataji said, oh, he can certainly do that. So then he said, okay, I should bind him. So he wouldn't go. So anyway, so then she binds him with the same motor, which is very heavy, but she binds him with the motor. Try to bind by so much endure. The rope is very short, always 2 inches short. And then finally Krishna becomes merciful, and then she becomes, by seeing her endure so much, and she is exhausted, she's perspiring, all the flowers in her hair has fallen off and everything, and she's very tired, so now he becomes bound. So after he's bound, and he says, okay, now I have to do something about this 2 boys of Kumar, of Kuber. So then nobody's at home, so he just drags, so a few of his friends are there. So he just comes out with dragging that motor because it's heavy. So he acts like it's an ordinary child. Instead of walking, he just crawls. And that way he's pulling. And then he goes right between the 2 trees. And that motor becomes sideways and then got stuck. So then he gives one just tug, and then the tree falls down. And those 2, Nalkova and Manigriva, comes out, and they offer prayers to the baby Krishna. And then they circumambulate, and they goes back to their place, because Krishna gives them the prema bhakti. He gives the benediction, he gives the bhakti. So then they go back to their respective places. And here, those kids were there, so they saw who did this. So how did this tree come? When they heard the sound of the tree falling, it will make a very big sound, big trees. So everybody came. So what happened? How did they fall? So then the boy said, oh, Krishna did it. But they could not believe that. Then they saw that Krishna is there. So then Nanda Maharaj also comes there, and everywhere. Then Nanda Maharaj releases him. So we also in Gujarati, we have saying that there's one poet, Narsi Mehta. He was, in one of his songs, he say, one who binds, Krishna binds, nobody can make them free. But when the devotee comes and devotee unties, then nobody can bind. Like that. So that's how. So then this was the celebration. That happened. This Lila, Damodar Lila happened this particular day, Diwali day. So this is also one reason. And all the lamps are offering. So then, and Damodar becomes very pleased when you offer the lamp to the Damodar. And he's in very happy mood. He's always in happy mood. But particularly, he fulfills the words of his pure devotee, Narad Muni. So that it also gives him a pleasure like that. So then he becomes very happy, and he grants happiness to all the devotees who are offering. So this is that is what I have heard. So that's why I explained this. And Lord Ramchandra came here, so then that is all the celebration. It's all together. All the connected. Because the Lord is born, whichever forms it comes. Krishna has come as a Krishna, or he take the form of Ram, Nrsimha, Bala, Matsya, Kurma, doesn't matter, fully potent. I think this is all I can understand and I can share. So, and also there's one thing that Lord Ramachandra has one Pativrata. So then here, there are so many gopis that as she grows up from the beginning, they are all the elderly gopis and then the younger gopis and all this. So he's also associating with everyone. Everyone gets all the pleasures. But for him, he thinks, who can give me, everybody, who can give me the pleasure? Then say, Radharani, she's the one who gives me pleasure. So in the Damodarashtra, in the last verse, we say, Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Anantalilaye Devaya Tutyam. So I was offer my obeisances to your Priya, Radhika, Radharani. And I also pay. So they pay obeisances to Radharani first, then to Krishna. Anantanilaya Devam Tutyam. So, Hare Krishna. Please, anyone have any correction, question, comment, whatever?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, really spoke so well. It was so nice. So nice to hear all the Diwali pastimes. You made Diwali feel complete. And I really like the way you ended the class about Namo Radhikaya. Very nice, Mataji. So beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us on this nice festival day. Hare Krishna.
Oh, one thing I forgot, that when I was growing up, and then my mother will dress us, and then just send us, we just pay obeisance to the deity, the Lord, where the altar is, a small altar, and also go to every house and pay obeisance to all the elderly people. Elderly means, for us, we were small, so everybody's older.
Yeah, everyone is elderly.
Pay obeisance, everyone, like that. So that's what this was nice. It's all our culture, then we have to preserve that. So that's what, if we learn and we understand, then we can share with other followers, our kids and kids like that. Thank you very much, Mataji, for giving me this chance to get it glorified.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Sweet class. As you were talking, I was just thinking about when you first said that as a child, all I knew about Deepavali was getting new clothes and eating good food and stuff. And I'm
enjoying,
thinking, and enjoying it. I was thinking how very beautiful are our traditions, because as a child, we understand that we're given these opportunities to enjoy things as a child, but there's so much sastra and so much lila behind all of these celebrations. So it just makes it much more sweeter, I want to say, and also you become more, there's always more to learn. It's like just like, Guru Maharaj says, Krishna consciousness, there's just more pleasure, like there's no ending of pleasure. Krishna gives pleasure to the gopis, and the gopis give pleasure to Krishna, and it keeps increasing. And it seems to me that, how many times have I heard these stories? But it just seems so much sweeter when you understand the meanings as we grow older. We enjoy as kids because we're not interested in Sastra. We're not interested about the background stories a lot of times, but we enjoy stories, we enjoy Leela, and we enjoy eating, right, and firecrackers and that whole thing, right? And then as we get older and we want to know what is the meaning behind these things, we are given the opportunity to learn. And like you said, by the grace of Guru and Srila Prabhupada, we get even a more deeper meaning besides just the Leela behind it. So thank you very much. It just made me a lot of reflection for me. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
And there's also a trend when there's nice festivals. The more people are, usually so many people, they don't come to the temple. But when these festival days, they come, become Krishna, find an excuse to attract them to him. So in this way, these are the festivals. It's very nice. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. Is anybody else has any comment?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for reminding us of my favorite pastime, Ramayan.
Childhood.
Yeah, there was just one thing that I wasn't able to catch. That time you were explaining that Lord, that baby Krishna was giving away the butter to the monkeys, and at that time it seemed like you made some connection to Lord Ramchandra with his dealings with the monkeys and that Leela.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get I didn't get the connection. I didn't hear properly.
Because who was in the army of Lord Ramachandra?
Mm-hmm.
Monkeys.
Yeah.
Unlimited monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And Jambavan and some a bear like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so then he felt so much gratitude towards the monkeys because King Sugriva is his friend and he's helping. Because of him, all these Vanaras came. So then they all came and then they helped him fight the army of Ravan.
Mm-hmm.
So then he felt gratitude and but I haven't done anything. I haven't given anything. What can I give them? I don't have anything. He's praying as a human being, He is in the forest. He's not in his kingdom, otherwise he can give so much. But he's in the kingdom. He's in the forest. So then he said, okay, now I give something to them. Mm. So he was feeding in this life. He's giving butter, feeding. Butter is the essence of all. Like we also have the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, with the cream of all the Vedic literature. We see this. So this butter is a cream that nourishes the whole body. Mm-hmm. And also it's very expensive also like that. And so then he was giving. So okay, and they can take that much. They can feed, just give butter, and they are all filled up. They are completely full. They cannot take anymore. So then he feeds them that much to satisfy their hunger. And I also heard that because when the Lord Ramchandra's time, this is what I heard today, this morning, that the monk, Lord Ramchandra is Manpati, and then he's Maryada Purushottam. Maryada means he doesn't goes beyond the rules and regulations, just completely ideal king, ideal person, ideal son, ideal prince, ideal king, but everywhere, in his life. And also then in his army, the monkeys, they are also sober at that time. Mm-hmm. And here, Krishna is not cut, is very mysterious also. We see he was breaking the pots. He was just release a calf before they milk the cow. So when the calf is released before they milk the calf drinks all the milk, and then the mother, the lady of the house, comes to milk the cow. No milk. So many times of mysteries. And like when he was little, he goes to different houses to get butter. And then he sees the butter is not so good here. So then he will do, is there a little kid there? He will pinch, make him cry, and just leave. So like that, he was making so much noise, mischief. So these monkeys now, even now and also they are mischievous. As if you have gone to Vrindavan, then you see all the monkeys there. And if you are walking and you have banana or some apple or something, fruit you're eating, before you reaches to your mouth, monkey comes and snatches. The monkeys are, because this pastime is going on eternally. Eternally. These are the old pastimes of Krishna and his devotees, eternal pastimes. We see like Prabhupada and other his disciples who are devotees. I mean, they are gurus, and there are so many. They're doing so many service for Srila Prabhupada. So it's all pastimes because they are all serving Prabhupada in this way, ultimately to serve Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya is none different than Krishna. Radha Krishna combined together. So it's so deep, very deep. But it's very difficult for me to understand and explain.
Yep. And you were just saying, I think you were drawing a contrast between, Ram's seriousness. He was ideal king, prince, son, and all this. So then you brought in the mischievousness of baby Krishna. So you were just trying to make contrast.
Not mine. These are the Lord's pastimes. It's all transcendental. In whichever mood he comes, he's like Kunti Devi says, Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. He's glorifying Krishna. When Krishna, after installing Yudhishthira Maharaj as a king after the Mahabharata war, and then spending some time, and then he wants to go to Dwarka. So then, when he's sitting on a chariot to go, Queen Kunti Mata, she approaches and glorifies. Very nice prayer. Kunti Devi's prayers, very, very wonderful prayers. So then, he's in that one of the verses, you are like the fear personified, also afraid of your name. But here, you are afraid of Mother Yashoda in his childhood form. She had a stake and he was afraid. How this is bewildering. Even maybe the yogis and they can also, all the panditas, and they can understand. But I am a woman. How can I understand this? So this is all so wonderful Leela that he just wants to attract all the devotees, all the person, all the jiva souls. Like Lord Ramchandra, by his all these qualities of ideal person and just giving, with lovely, he was dealing with very lovely, loving dealings with everyone. Not just one person, everyone, all the humans, animals, birds like that also. So like bird is like, Jatai. He considers him as a father and performs his final rites. So then his dealings like that, Krishna's dealings are also loving with everyone. He's also love everyone, all the trees and bushes, everything, all those creatures. But he has come, Lord Ramchandra has come as ideal person. So he is setting example how as a human being one should behave, one should develop their character nicely like that. And Krishna here, he doesn't. Krishna, what he gives instruction, that we should follow, not what Krishna does. Lord Ramchandra behaves in a way that we should follow his behavior. And Krishna gives us instruction, so we have to follow the instruction and behave like this. Is it okay, Mataji?
Yes, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, I have a question. Something you said just now.
Yeah.
You had said that during Ram's time, he said that Lord Ramchandra's time, he said the monkeys were more sober, and that during Krishna's time they were more mischievous. They were more mischievous.
Yes,
Is that what you
yeah.
Okay. It was just interesting that you said that because I didn't think of that. But you're very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I didn't.
The mood of
I heard this morning class. That's fine. Yeah, this.
Yes,
so appropriate to Krishna's, to the Lord's mood. The Vanaras and the monkeys were in his same mood. That was nice. And then you also said something else from Mataji when she spoke. It reminded me of something. You had said that Yasoda Mata said first told him to go away with the monkeys, and then when she was afraid that he might really go away, she tied him up instead. I thought that was that was wonderful. That was so sweet. Thank you. That's not something I'd heard before, but it just makes so much more sense because that's exactly what a mom would do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. He is wonderful. However he is very loving.
And it's very exciting for us as we listen. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Preeti Vilasini Mataji, were you going to say something? I thought I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Preeti Vilasini Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Very, very beautiful discussion. Thank you all so much. It was a very nice time. Very nice it was hearing about the difference between the mood in both Ram Leela and Krishna Leela. Very, very sweet. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you all for joining on this beautiful day. We can end the call now.
Yes.
Vaishnav Namo Namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. All the devotees who are giving me an encouragement and opportunity are also very much glorious. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Her Grace Kaumodaki Mataji ki jai.
All the devotees ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.